Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to understand one of the most common questions in PHP. What's the difference between get and post? And not just theory, we will see it practically right here in the browser. So first of all, you can see that I have already installed the XAMPP, and in my htdocs folder, I have created a FineGap folder. Here I have two files. The one is index.php and the second one is process.php. I have opened these files which are empty at the moment in my Visual Studio Code. And obviously here we have a browser where we will able to see the output. So first of all, in the index.php, I will create a basic HTML structure, and here I will create a form. Now we will give action process.php, and here I will type method get. Inside this, let me create a label which will say get. Here I will type enter your name. Here I will create a simple input. Its name will be name, and a button which type will be submit. And here I will type submit. Okay, now simply I will just open my XAMPP. I need to start my server. In my browser, I will type here localhost and FineGap. And you can see that we have this form. Let's just duplicate this. And here I will change the method from get to post. Here I will also type post so you can understand that this label is of post and this is for get. Now we have two forms. Let me add a line break. Okay, now in the process.php, obviously we need to receive this data and we can process it because our form will be submitted to this file. So what I'm going to do is I will type here if is set. Basically this function will check either that specific, before this we need to start the PHP tag. Make sure once you will write your PHP starting tab, there should be no any empty line before this. This is very important. You will not see any error maybe right now, but maybe in production when you will work on WordPress applications, you can face errors if you will do so. So make sure there should not be any empty space before this opening PHP tag. So this function will be check either this, if this super global will be set or not, then we will echo get method hello. And here what we can do, we can just simply echo this name. If you ever wondered from where this name, super global name, is coming from, so you can see that in our form we have this input field, and in its name attribute we have provided the value even name. So whatever you type here, we can access this using this super global. Now simply I will just copy this, paste here, and in place of get I will make it post like this. Now let me go to my browser, and here I will type Fahim Hassan, which is my name. And if I will click on the submit, in URL you can see that my name is sending in the URL. In FineGap we have process.php file, and my name is sending throughout the URL. So this is the key and the major difference between get and post. But if I go back and if I type here something here like fahimhassan.dev, and if I press here enter, you can see that our data is again submitted to the browser, but there's nothing in our URL. So this is the key difference between them. So now I have get this image through an AI tool, and now we will theoretically understand the difference between them. So this is very important. If you understand the theory, your concepts will become more clear about get and post. So basically both are, you can send data to the server, and you can even receive data from the server, but mostly the get is used to retrieve data from the server. For example, you have list of products on the server, you want to retrieve them, list of students, list of this type of stuff. You will use the get request, and we use the post method when we submit our forms. Mostly you want to upload a file, you want to upload an image, or you have some login or sign up forms on your website, then you will use the post. The next is obviously data visibility. I have already shown you in our practical that in get method, your data becomes visible to the URL here, right now here. But on the other hand, in HTTP, in post method, the HTTP means your data is sent in HTTP request body. So this is not become visible in URL. In case of security, if you have a form and you're collecting passwords or payment information, you should use the post method, because this get method is less secure. If we talk about data length limit, So get method have a limit of 2000 characters, but in post there is no a limit. You can send or upload in GBs of data to your server. The next thing is, obviously get request can be cached by browsers, but post requests are not cached by default. And next we have bookmarking. So URLs with get can be bookmarked. Okay, just for example, if we have this type of URL, let's suppose we can bookmark this easily, and now once anyone will see this bookmark, he will able to see data according to that bookmark. Obviously our server can get that and display data according to the query, but in case of post, because your data is submitted through the body, so that's why you cannot get that, you cannot bookmark that. So last two are simple, and we already discussed that this is used for query data, like if you want to get data from the server, and on the other hand the post is used to submit forms and upload files. And the last difference is we used get super global and our key name to get data on the server, which is stored on get method, and on the other hand we use post. This is we already learned in our process.php file. You can see that we use get in case of get and $_post in case of post. So these are very common methods, and even when we create REST APIs in PHP, we use these methods. We also have other methods like put, delete. Those have other uses when we build professional REST APIs, but in this video we only covered two of them. So these two are super globals in PHP. So I hope that this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question, you can ask us in the comment section. We will try to answer your question, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos. And finally, thanks for watching.